and we're Fat Girl Fitness, and today we are broadcasting live from LA because we're going to be on a radio show later today. And we were on Yelp, and we randomly found this place called PHATT. I am so freaking excited. Okay, this place is gluten-free, and let's see, I'm just going to show the menu real quick. Wait, how to do this. Bro, oh my god, I get so excited when I find good stuff. So this is gluten-free, what else? Oh, plant-based and made from the heart. But like, we have to show you. We're gonna look around. Like, look at this stuff. Yes, look how good, and they're all gluten-free. This woman's trying to. There we go. Look at their menu. Oh my gosh. Okay, my calling was to not be a videographer, but look how good this is. And then over here, they freaking press their own juice, cold pressed juice. They press it themselves. We are so excited. The owner is so cool. We're like, hey, can we film in here? And she was like, oh, show. She didn't say it like that. Yeah, look at it. There it is. We love it. We just had some, oh yeah, we ordered a cookie too. So good. Oh my gosh. We're going to be here probably once a month because we're so stoked. And the camera should never be that close to my face. Come on now. All right. So we're super excited to answer your questions.
Oh, look at the hearts. Hey, it's Allison.
Hi, Allison.
Anybody who's watching, please type in and say hi and tell us where you're watching from.
If I have food in my teeth, I'm sorry. It's just so good.
We were just enjoying some of the food here. And then also, just for anybody who's new, who's never seen our show before, PHATT stands for, it's PHATT, it's psychology, health, attitude, training, and transformation. So we're talking about the mindset of weight loss and the power of the mind in doing something like that.
Yeah.
Today's Q&A day, so bring your questions and type them in anytime. Anytime we'll be answering anything you have. Food, fitness, related, weight loss, whatever it may be. We're also going to be talking a lot about how epic this food is right here.
Oh my gosh, it's so
Lauren
good.
got this new phone holder, and it's pretty fun. It looks like the, it reminds me of, what's that movie, Superman? Spider-Man, that guy with all the arms.
Oh yeah.
It's like one of his like crazy arms.
It does.
I'm going to tilt it a little bit. Who's watching, guys? Say hi.
Hi.
Tell us where you're from.
I'm gonna go to our page because Marie had a question.
Yes.
So I'm just pulling up her question right now.
And Marie typed her question in the, make sure we get Lauren in there too. She typed the question in our private Facebook group, so anybody who's not a member of that, make sure you join. It's totally free, and we put out a lot of good information. We answer questions, we motivate and we inspire each other, and it's really, really fun. Oh, the other thing that I just learned about too is share this broadcast right now with your friends, please. So there's a button. If you go to the bottom of the screen and you scroll up, it'll show a button where you can share this broadcast right now on your page with all of your friends and tell them, watch the Fat Girl Fitness show and or the Fat Girl Friday show, and ask your questions. So please go and do that now. We challenge you to share it with your friends and bring in as many awesome questions as possible.
Yes, for sure. So Marie's question was, what can I do to get my energy level back? I've been feeling extremely sluggish and unable to work out 100%. So this is a really good question because it comes up a lot. And typically, do you want to talk about how you answered it first?
For sure. I actually can't remember what I said.
Oh, okay.
That was a few days ago. I'm on the go mode.
So, and Steph responded, so what's out of balance for you? Is something emotionally going on in your love life, career, or health? Because those are always very intervening things, and it's good to check in every area of your life. How's the health going? How's, your relationship with money going? How's your career going? How are the closest relationships in your life? How are those going? And so, and seeing what needs to be fixed there maybe is a great place to start. Also, and then there's kind of the nutritious part of it, the diet part of it, if you will. And like if you're eating too many carbs, it tends to slow people down. If you're eating right before bed, that will make you really sluggish. If you're not eating enough, that will certainly make you sluggish. And she also wrote, I wake up in the middle of the night every night. So that happens to a lot of people. I think sometimes it can happen for a few reasons. Eating a lot of carbs at night, your insulin levels will spike and they'll wake you up in the middle of the night. Drinking a lot will wake you up in the middle of the night unless you're passed the fuck out. So there you go. You can feel it the next day otherwise. And do you have anything to add?
For waking up in the middle of the night, I find a lot of times for my clients it's stress related, which is basically what you're already saying.
Right.
But you know, you might want to ask yourself, like, what is stressing you out right now? What's overwhelming you? What's too much for you to handle that you can't even allow yourself to sleep? And then that goes hand in hand with low energy.
Steph, guess what?
What?
I need to put more money in the meter. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. I'll hold it down. I'm going to remind you too that if you're watching this, please share it with your page. So scroll up and hit the share button on this Facebook Live video. That would be really amazing. And if Lauren didn't mention, I can't remember, we were so excited in the hustle. We're at Power Plant Superfood Cafe in LA. They have a Facebook page, which is really good. So you want to check that out. You also want to check out their Instagram. And then the other thing to check out too is the radio show we're going to be on later today, which is called Generation U Radio. Our friend Naya, who's one of our Fat Girl Friday watchers, is invited us on, and we're very excited about it. So we have a comment. It's from Allison. It says, "Hey girls, hey, fat girls, hair on fleek." All right.
Love being
Thanks,
Allison. Yay. Well, in the radio show that we're going to be on, it's about confidence.
It is.
And I really like that because I think a lot of times our confidence is lacking when we're not the weight we want to be or we don't like how our body looks.
For sure.
And one of the things that we actually have techniques for this.
Coming in here.
Oh, thank you. And the little program that we're releasing, we're doing that really soon. One of the techniques that we go over is like confidence building and visualization. So one of the best ways to get to your weight loss goal is to visualize how you want to look and really like feel like you're already there, and getting rid of all the "yeah right" is never going to happen, because once you rewire your brain completely, focus in on what you want, it comes right into your life. It's just like anything else in life. When you're focused on something, you see a lot more of it. So doing that, but it also really ups your confidence when you're able to just be like, yeah, that's my body. You know what? I'm going to be like that really soon, or this is how I'm going to look because I'm taking care of myself. And so,
this is a huge thing, and I have a feeling we're going to get some questions about that whole element of things, the confidence. One thing I want to bring up for sure is that for a really long time, I didn't allow myself to feel beautiful and feel pretty, and I have so many associations that I built up with that I'm not going to go into right now. They're just a ton. But allowing myself to say I'm beautiful, to say thank you, my hair looks great, instead of just passing off the compliment. A lot of times in the past I would say, your hair's great, instead of just actually holding that compliment and really feeling it. There's a big difference there, and that, if you're struggling with taking a compliment, then you're probably also struggling with your self-worth, your self-love, and how much you feel you deserve of certain things. I know this because this is me. I know the symptoms. I know the signs and symptoms.
oh my God, that is so true. Once, and I see this with my clients, it's one of my favorite things to watch happen when there's a weight loss transformation that's happening, is that all of a sudden they don't have any tolerance for things that don't serve them. Their friends get different, their career gets different, just everything is enhanced they just walk differently, their energy and their aura is so different. And that's what I love, losing weight is the side effect of everything else, and doing this work to really bolster your self-esteem and rewire your brain. So know that when you're on this journey, especially with us, because we really integrate the psychology and mindset component, is that focus in on your environment and how you feel and the thoughts that are running through your head. It's so much more than that. So we always drive that point home. It's like, if you want to lose weight, change your mind, change what's going on up here.
Yeah.
And everything else will flow in.
Everything comes back. And we like to always bring up a different book on each show. So today I want to bring up a book that Lauren recommended for me to start doing, and I've been doing audiobook version, and it's a book called Becoming Rich. And it sounds like it's about money, but it's really about shifting the mindset, shifting your brain. So if you're looking for something new to check out or try or read, this is a great one. This is a phenomenal
Oh my
book
God,
that's
I'm
going to shift
looking for it.
the way you look at things
Yeah.
and allow you to bring a lot of success in your life, which is what Lauren and I coach people on. You know, it starts as health coaching.
Yeah.
It starts that way, like I want to get in better shape, so you get in better shape. That's the foundation because you're healing your self-worth, healing your self-love wounds. And when that heals, it doesn't just heal your body, it heals your relationships, your finances, your career, your lifestyle. And everything, as you just said, gets better.
Yes.
And that's exciting as anything. I mean, we get fired up about it. That's
Oh my gosh.
really why we joined forces, because we're like, this is the best thing in the world. We need to just share it with more people.
And the book is called Becoming Rich. The author is Genevieve Davis.
Thank you.
And read all of her books. But I really like Becoming Rich because it is about really changing your mindset. And she's super practical. It's not airy-fairy. Some of it could be, and I don't mind that. But like,
Marie's
Okay.
here. Oh, we just answered your question, Maurice.
well, no, let's go, Marie. We did answer your question, but what we did was go over what we had written before about the energy levels. So let us know if you have anything else to add to it. I don't know if you went over one other thing she wrote about eating good and bad carbs. Hi, Marie. So I don't know. I just feel like there's so many misinformation about carbs, bad carbs, and good carbs, and that at the end of the day, you want your food to be as nutrient dense as possible. That's why I freaking love this place. They're so dedicated to everything being really nutrient dense. It's like incredible. I'm like, I cannot believe we found this place. I'm so stoked. So anyway,
Before you go into something else too, I think this would be really helpful to share, so I wanted to give this to our crew. This is something that I call the body barcode. This is part of my program, and what it is when it talks about the nutrient density of food. So if you're going to the supermarket, you go and you have all your stuff in the checkout line, and everything has a barcode on it. So the guy behind the counter scans the apple, and it has a barcode, so it comes up apple price, 99 cents, however much it is. And then you get an avocado that comes through. Avocado's got a barcode. Scan it, the price comes up, everything. They know how much to charge you. Your body does something really similar, where when you eat something, it's scanning its barcode, and it's deciding how nutrient dense. Ooh, our food is here. Oh my God. All right. So we have some amazing food to show you.
Here, I'm gonna take it off.
We got tacos.
That's the owner, Cynthia. She's super rad.
Hi guys.
Look at this food.
Yay! This is so great. Thank you so much. This sauce too. What kind of sauce is that?
The barbecue sauce.
Oh, that came with the trio, right?
That was a hot sauce. And
Oh, that
that's
was hot
barbecue
sauce?
Yeah.
Oh my
That's so
gosh.
good.
All right, right on.
Look at how awesome this food is.
Yay!
We still have the other stuff. We're like on no crumb left behind mode because everything's so freaking
Crackers
good.
are beyond good.
Beyond.
Beyond.
Yum, we're so excited. Okay. It's amazing. So yes, what
Body barcode. You eat the food, your body scans its barcode, and it says, oh, that's a carrot. Perfect. Carrots have vitamin A. I'm going to send that to the skin and the eyes and the places where vitamin A needs to go within the body. So if you're at the supermarket and you've ever bought something that didn't have a barcode on it, the guy's kind of like, I don't know what to do with this. He's like flipping through the pages, like trying to find the number for it, the PLU code, whatever. Can't find it, doesn't know what to do with it. And doesn't know what to do with it. So the same thing happens when you eat something with no nutrients in it. Your body basically scans it and it says, this doesn't have a barcode. I don't know what to do with it. Something like Cheetos, right? Zero nutrients. So it's like, I don't know what to do with this stuff. Where do I send it? Sometimes it says it's a fat. Sometimes it sends it out of the body. Sometimes it doesn't know what to do with it. So this is just a way to remember that when you're eating something, you want to eat for nutrients so your body knows what to do with it and it can actually benefit. You want to eat food that's automatically going to make your eyesight better. It's going to make your hair, skin, and nails better. You're going to make your functions all work better.
and that's absolutely true. And I think where people get confused, and I get super annoyed, is how things are marketed in this country. So a lot of people honestly, genuinely think that it's like eating processed wheat is okay, or white rice is healthy because it's low fat. So you have to really pay attention and know how things are marketed. So that's why, Steph and I are really dedicated to informing you about it. Like, for instance, I have like a lot of beef with bananas. Like, it's like not my favorite thing because they have more sugar and starch than an oatmeal cookie, just a regular oatmeal cookie, and they're not that nutrient dense. You can get so much more potassium from spinach or beets or sweet potatoes, and people don't know that because of how they're marketed in this country. It's just because our but so you just have to know that and really pay attention to that. Yeah, so it's a big deal, and we talk about that a lot in everything we do.
Yeah, true. One of my favorite quotes too says that if it has a commercial, don't eat it. If it has a commercial, it's probably not for nutrients.
Eat stuff that's from the ground. Eat stuff that was grown, that's a plant or a fruit, or it's from an animal. And of the highest and best quality, so organic, grass-fed, everything. So if it's in a box or a wrapper, it's probably not that good for you. You have to be highly processed to be able to sit on a shelf. So that's one general rule. But if you ever have any questions at all about if this product is healthy or this food, just write us on
The private group.
Yeah, the private group would be best. But yeah,
It's called PHATTGirlFitness Family.
Family
with a PH.
with a PH.
I don't think I mentioned that before when I talked about it.
Marie eats lots of bananas. Okay, yeah.
That might be why you're sleepy.
So, yeah, I mean, that might be part of it. I think, and then from what you were saying, it sounds like you have like a carbohydrate-dense diet, which will slow you down.
Potatoes.
Yeah, if you can, Marie, kind of stay away from the bananas. A good replacement is watermelon. Watermelon's good, and it's actually low in sugar. It's mostly water, and it's really good for refreshing the palate, because sometimes your palate gets kind of thin, and you think it makes you want to eat when you don't need to. You just need to kind of cleanse your palate. So that's one of my favorite go-to replacement ones. Canned tuna, Marie, just before we go to Naya's question, I use sparingly.
I don't eat canned tuna.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna have tuna, I have fresh, wild caught tuna.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't eat it at all personally. I'm not a big fan of canned foods.
Yeah, definitely. They have actually a brand, I can't remember the name of it is, but it's a wild caught tuna. They do a lot of responsible canning methods. So if I was going to, I know it's available at Whole Foods, it's pretty pricey, but in general, I can't. It's just, unfortunately, there's a lot of mercury in most fish, so I try to keep my fish wild or short. And so no tuna. I'm sorry. Are we bumming you out, Marie? No tuna, no bananas.
Tell us something that you know you can't eat that you do eat, so we can say yes.
But no, keep the questions coming up about that. A good replacement for canned tuna would be wild salmon. If you're a fish eater and you like, so good for you. Actually, one of the things we had was wild salmon.
Yeah.
So good.
Go to Alaska too. One of my friends, Daniel, he lives in Alaska, and they catch like all this wild tuna. They just have pounds of it. Oh my gosh.
And then Naya was asking about, good, you love watermelon. Yeah, good Naya. I mean,
all watermelon.
cha-ching. So Naya was asking about, are potatoes good for you? So potatoes actually have a lot of potassium in them. I am a fan because if you get organic potatoes, I don't know how Steph is about potatoes particularly, but we eat fries actually.
Yeah, we do. We
eat truffle fries, like a motherfucker.
Because you should have everything in moderation,
including moderation. But I'm actually a fan of potatoes, so typically my diet is pretty low carb based, and then I'll add a carb in. When I eat potatoes, it's usually full of butter, or sour cream, or cheese, or bacon, or all of the above. And I just so you could have the carb, but keeping the insulin levels down with enough fat, so you don't have that big insulin spike. Because when your insulin levels spike, then you start gaining weight or fat stores increase. So that's what I do. It's usually like a yummy treat for me. It's not something that's part of my diet, nor do I recommend it's part of your diet in general, unless you're like a really high performance athlete that needs that constant fuel for that way. But yeah, so does that answer your question, Naya, about potatoes? Let us know. Okay, these are good. What do you think about potatoes?
I definitely recommend a sweet potato over a regular potato all day. And they are starchy. I do also believe the same thing as Lauren is saying, you know, like if you're going to have that with a potato, to also have it with some butter to kind of, or some kind of fat to balance it out. It's also super, super important to keep in mind that you want to, as we said in the beginning, you want to go for as many whole nourishing foods as possible. This is really the key, because I know for a lot of people when you're first starting out, you hear all the things you can't eat and it feels really restrictive, and we don't like to live a restrictive way. So if you just start eating more whole foods, like whole food versions of what you like, it's like a baby step kind of process. When I first started at this, I went from having egg whole grain waffles with peanut butter and thinking that I was doing really, really good. And luckily I had a coach who was just like, yay, Steph, good job. And I was like, awesome, cool. She saw what was happening. It was like this baby step process. So I did that. It felt a lot better. So it was like, cool, I want to feel even better. What can I eat now? So then she's like, okay, try like eggs and toast. And I was like, okay, I'm doing eggs and toast. Eggs and toast is great. How can I feel better? Eggs and almonds. And then I worked up to like superfood smoothie and things like that. So it's all about the baby steps. Just don't get too overwhelmed at first. Just focus on whole foods that are nourishing.
Right.
It's a good place to start. And then when you really want to take it to the next level, you can start looking at, minimizing a lot of starches and stuff like that too.
Right, and I think it's important to kind of like celebrate your food and not think about like, ew, here's my healthy food. Like, It's so, you feel so different when you eat well too. I'm really noticing like, how does my body feel from eating this meal compared to other days when I started it with, a donut or whatever, like really tuning in, because you'll start to notice, oh, I have more energy. Oh, my digestion's better. Oh, my skin is on fleek. So
yeah.
It's important to just really pay attention too, because it's not just about did I lose weight, did I lose, it's like all those different layers.
So many layers. Yeah, it's about feeling good.
What about yogurt?
Oh,
girl.
girl.
Yes, we were just talking about this.
You need to watch the video series that we just recorded. It's three free training videos, and the first one is on foods and unhealthy foods that are marketed as healthy.
It's called the Dream Body Project. We'll talk more about it at the end. But so I have a lot of issues with yogurt too, because just of how it's marketed, and most of it is really not good for you. So the yogurt, traditional yogurt, like comes in a little cup with the sugar, the like whatever the jelly kind of like sugar is in it, and then it's low fat or non-fat. It has a ton of chemicals in it. So if you're going to have yogurt or any type of dairy, you want whole dairy that's organic and from the grass-fed cow, the highest and best.
Biodynamic is really good too.
Yes.
7-Star Farms makes one that's like, if I was going to eat yogurt, I'd probably eat that one. But, ooh, look at all of this.
Yes. And so the other thing is that the low-fat and non-fat thing is super important, because when you take dairy out of its natural state, you strip a lot of the enzymes out of it that your body needs to actually break down the dairy. That's why a lot of people that are lactose intolerant. Their enzymes get all messed up, and then they can't have dairy ever again. Another thing is that when you strip dairy, or it's in a non-fat or low-fat form, your body, in order to break it down, has to borrow calcium from somewhere else. Guess where calcium is in your body? In your bones. That's why in America we have one of the highest dairy consumptions, and we have the highest rate of osteoporosis. So don't eat non-fat or low-fat dairy, especially, well, I was going to say especially if you're a woman, because women have osteoporosis more often, but in general, please only have whole yogurt. And you notice, like, if you have a whole yogurt, you're so much more full for just like that little amount. It's delicious. And you're a lot more full for a longer period of time. If you have the regular traditional yogurts that we're talking about, you're hungry within 30 minutes. And you probably have like some brain fog too, because of all the chemicals and sugar that's going on.
Yeah, I'll add to that too with the concept of probiotics. A lot of people are like, well, I'm eating yogurt now for probiotics. But you could like you have to go to a super high quality yogurt to actually get probiotics that are benefiting you the way that people are telling you they should be. It'll say that it has a couple probiotics on the back of those like not good ones, but don't trust the marketing. And something else that might get you turned off to dairy, which is people normally say ew once I tell them about this, but a lot of times the cows are injected with antibiotics, hormones, steroids, all these different things, and they're sick all the time. So you're getting food from a sick cow, and a lot of times it's gross, but you say it, there's a lot of pus found in dairy and pasteurized milk products that come from factory farms. So that's enough reason to not want to have it.
Yeah, and if you do have, so Naya's asking, so is milk bad? And so I don't think milk is bad. I buy milk that's organic.
I feel so lost now.
I know. So I buy milk that's organic and whole, and if I can, I'll get raw milk. So I know some people feel weird about that, but I think it's the best way to have milk, and it just feels different in your body. But just get whole milk that's organic. If you like milk alternative, there's also coconut milk and almond milk. We do not recommend soy milk, just the coconut, almond.
Talk about soy.
Yeah, we're not down with that. So I know, so exactly, so Marie was saying, I feel so lost now. So would it be, especially when I first meet with a client, I know Steph has the same experience, it's like mind blown because you know, you're just, most people are,
what do I eat?
It's like, what do I eat? And I didn't know that was bad for me. So, in the thing that, the Dream Body Project, we talk a lot about this, about we break down what to eat, not to eat. You know, have a big list and everything. It's completely free, so it's going to be good. But if you have any other food-related questions specifically, Marie, just write them down.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's confusing. That's why we're so passionate about this, because people are so misinformed about food, and they're like, why can't I lose weight? Why do I feel this way?
That's exactly the reason why Lauren and I teamed up, is to like bring more awareness to this and to show y'all what to have that's actually healthy. Because this stuff too, think about it, yogurt and pasteurized dairy and all the other things that we talked about, they're inflaming your body. Right? So you're bloated, you can't lose weight, and when it's all these chemicals, your body doesn't know what to do with it, so it's storing fat. When you're eating stuff, even if it's marketed as healthy, it's still full of toxins that are causing you to hold on to weight and stay bloated. We don't want that for you. We both live that lifestyle. We know what that feels like. We know that that's not fun to shop for clothes. It's not fun to figure out what you're going to wear in the morning. It's not even fun to catch yourself in the mirror. Right. We don't want that for you anymore. If that's you now, no more. We want you to love how you look. And that starts with the mind, but it also is starting with being educated on what really is healthy food and what really are the right kind of workouts for your body.
Absolutely. And then the other thing, Marie, I'm just getting the feeling that probably like maybe your diet at this point is a little too carbohydrate dense. I think I mentioned that before. And yeah, it's going to interfere with motivation to exercise if you're tired all the time. So,
for sure.
Yeah, so I would start with, just put exercise away for now. If it's, you know, all I'm saying is like, if you want to exercise, but don't like make it like, oh, I need to, don't put any pressure on yourself. Do something to move your body that feels good. Go for a walk, stretch, like just roll around the carpet.
Yeah, ask yourself what you want to do.
Yeah, and absolutely, ask your body, right? So you can start to connect more with your body, be in your body. And then on the other, just food-wise, start your day off with like a protein and fat-based. So eggs, how delicious are eggs? And cook it in butter. We're not afraid of butter. It's actually butter helps you lose weight, so don't be afraid of it. I know it's like crazy. Do not use margarine or any. Yeah, grass-fed. Kerrygold is the brand.
Unsalted too, and use real salt. Salted real salt.
Yeah, Himalayan salt is amazing because it's so mineral dense. So yeah, just start to incorporate a lot more protein and fat in your diet.
Yeah, try that. You're gonna feel
less
a lot
carbs.
different. Starting your morning that way.
And it's going to feel different at first if you're carbohydrate based. You might feel a little, but your body, that's what your body wants, so it'll adapt quickly.
Yeah, and like Lauren said, you know, kind of play the experiment game where you're trying a certain food and seeing how you feel an hour afterwards, 2 hours afterwards, and just like apply that. Some people are more veggie based and some people are more protein based. We're both more protein based. So yeah, for me to have like a muffin in the morning or something like a salad, that's not gonna do me well until afternoon. I have to have like a lot of protein to start with. So just knowing your body type is really good too. The blood type, body type, this other one, the Myers-Briggs. No, that's something else.
but basically what Steph is saying, even if you don't research all those things and everything, like ask, like be
You
in
can know
tune.
yourself.
Yeah, be in tune with your body because no one actually really fits in a category. And I know for me, like during different seasons, I'm in different modes a little bit in terms of like what I crave. So this process, I mean, it is so liberating. It's a total game changer. When you start to ask yourself, how does my body feel when I eat this? How does it, instead of like being on autopilot and just stress eating or eating because you're tired or you want to zone out in front of the TV, it's a big game changer. And actually, the owner was saying that she has a couple regulars that started coming, and she just sees them just getting like losing more and more weight, and she's like, and they were saying like it's because of the food. The food is nutrient dense, and it's like what my body needs, not like the fast food that I've been getting for years every day for lunch.
Yeah,
so,
which is totally blowing the lid off of something most people believe as their truth. So you're defined by your truths, and if you have truths that aren't serving you, it's not going to be helpful. But most people believe that you have to have crazy workouts and you have to eat super restrictive food.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could just nourish your body. If you are that deficient in nutrients and minerals and everything like that, if you just ate super nutrient-dense foods, you would lose weight without even having to be active. Yes, we totally recommend that you're active, moving your body every day, but we're just driving this point home that high nutrient food can feel.
Yeah,
it can
absolutely.
drop weight like that.
Yeah, actually that's what I really like about Ayurvedic medicine and Indian food in general is that food is meant to heal the body. It's like balance between all the spices.
Medicine.
Yeah, food is definitely medicine. And that's how we try to think about food all the time.
Yeah, back in, sorry, you want to finish a question?
Yeah, I just didn't know, Nye, what are you referring to when you say cleansers? What do you mean about cleansers? Can you clarify that a little bit?
So I was going to say too that back in the days of Hippocrates, who's the father of medicine, he's the guy who said, "Let food be thy medicine." He used to make sure there was watercress planted by every hospital because watercress is extremely healing for your body. So he would feed the patients at the hospitals watercress. He would always make sure that was available and that was around. Think about that. If you're healing people enough to just go watercress versus drugs, pharmaceuticals.
Putting some turmeric in.
Driving home the powder. Turmeric is super powerful.
Especially if you're bloated or you have a lot of inflammation going on. Turmeric is really good. Ginger is really good. I actually buy ginger, like a ginger root, and like press it in my garlic press.
Yes.
And then put it in tea or whatever. Like a fat toxin cleanser. So I think you're talking about like pills, like certain like supplements.
Do you mean juice?
Herbal supplements, yeah.
Oh, herbal supplements.
Herbal supplements I think are on a spectrum. I mean, there's really high quality ones.
Right, there's
and
a lot of different kinds.
So if we knew a specific brand, that'd be good.
Or a type that you're taking or thinking about taking, like, sometimes there's weight loss supplements that are not really made out of anything. Sometimes people are taking like something that is really like grows from the ground, comes out of the earth, organic, good for you kind of vibe. What was it that Marie said? I had 2 lines of Oreos last night.
So Marie, I think that's really interesting. I mean, I've definitely had nights like that before I started my health and weight loss journey. So what brought that on? Bags of cheese, just a ton of cookies and chips and a lot of stuff like that. So, it's good to think that. So, when you're in that mode, were you checked out? Did you even realize it? And then look and be like, oh, wow, that's 2 rows of Oreos gone. Yeah. Or were you sad about something? Sometimes comfort comes into place.
Did your stomach hurt after you finished eating? Because tendency, Lauren and I both talked about this. We have done this in the past where we ate so much food that our stomachs literally hurt, aka we were punishing ourselves and making making ourselves feel physical pain because we weren't dealing with an emotional pain that needed
Exactly.
to come out first.
And Marie just wrote stress, anger. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And a lot of times, I think food is misused as a way to anesthetize our emotions. A lot of times, I think women get messages that we're not allowed to express our emotions, and then we end up overeating instead to literally stuff it down and not be heard, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, in that case, Lauren brought up this book in a previous Fat Girl Friday show. The book Letting Go will be super powerful for you if you want to start reading that right now. That's helpful in that process. The program we're putting together, honestly, is going to be really powerful for you right now because we tap into why these things like overeating, binge eating are happening. We talk about like what's going on. It's not just about the body. It's not just about it's the mind. It's the thoughts you think.
Yeah, it really is. And then a technique I've mentioned before when that type of stuff happens, like late night eating, is ask yourself, like, what am I hungry for? What am I really hungry for?
Yep.
Ask yourself again and again until you get the answer. Are you hungry for a hug? Are you hungry for more appreciation from someone or at work? What are you really
for a better career?
Yeah. Because a lot of times, most of the time, especially when we're eating food that doesn't serve us in any way, we're hungry for something else. So we're trying to stuff an emotion down.
Yeah. This is a big difference that I noticed when I went from emotional eater, binge eater to healthy eater. Was that I was actually tasting food. I was stopping. I wasn't finishing my entire plate. If I was hungry, sure, I'll finish it. But I was noticing that I don't need to finish the entire plate because I'm not eating from an emotional place. I'm eating from a place of like, I'm nourishing my body, and now I feel nourished. So cool, I'm done.
Right. It's so liberating. That's another thing that I think is so important, and that we both try to do for people, is like liberate them from this bad relationship with food, or it's like me against food, and food wins, and then I hate myself. That whole pattern gets to be completely liberated. Food is like sensual. It should be enjoyed. You can smell it and see it. It makes you feel good, and that's all it should do, is serve you completely and not anything else.
Girl, you get to feel good. You get to feel good all the time. You're allowed to. You're worthy of it. You deserve that. Don't ever tell yourself any different. Anytime you start talking those negative self-talk, I don't deserve this. I need to punish myself. I need to, like, whatever thoughts. I hate how I look. I don't like my body. Like, all these thoughts. Reverse, rewind, back it up, and start with something. What is working for you? What do you like? Focus on that. Focus all your energy on that. Focus on, in the beginning of this video, Lauren mentioned just envisioning vividly your dream body and the way you would like to look, and just focusing on that, not having it, just focus on it. Focus on the good. Always bring it back to the positive.
Yeah.
Always bring that positive thought in, which is sometimes, takes a lot of practice, but very much worth it.
You're awesome, Marie. And then also another thing, to Naya's question that I wanted to mention is that there is a supplement brand. It's called Gaia, and I like them.
Gaia's good.
Yeah, Gaia's great. Their ingredients are really high quality. All the herb mixtures that they do. So if you are for anything, any kind of supplement that you're looking for, we don't sponsor them or anything. We just like Gaia. So
I met them at the Natural Products Expo. They're good people.
yeah, they're really awesome.
Yay. So did Naya say what supplements or just?
No, I think it was just like,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. Oh shoot, there was something I wanted to make sure we said. I can't remember what it is. It wasn't about the food. It wasn't
Dream
about.
body?
Yeah, for sure. So, yes. Do you want to talk about it at the end, or you want to talk about it now?
Well, this will be the, and if you guys don't have any questions, where? What do you mean, Naya, where?
We're all like, I may make this a thumbnail of our YouTube video for this.
I know, right? I get it from. Oh, thank you. So yeah, the Vitamin Shop actually carries Gaia products. Whole Foods. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Whole Foods carries Gaia products. If you are an Amazon Prime freak like I am, they carry it there too. Those places will do it. But yeah, Vitamin Shock's pretty good for that as well.
Yeah.
Good question.
Probably Sprouts, if you have Sprouts.
Sprouts? Yeah, Sprouts.
They have a good vitamin section.
Yeah. So yeah, did you want to mention it?
Where do I get... Oh, you already read that one, huh? Yeah, okay.
And Gaia is G-A-I-A. And yeah, those are the places you can get it. Vitamin Shop, Sprouts, online on Amazon.
Yeah. So this one I'm forgetting something, but yeah, we'll go into that.
Okay, we'll talk about Dream Body. So we have a little program that we put together. It's great. We made it for you guys to answer questions and kind of keep you on track. It's called the Dream Body Project. And so they can get it.
Did you say where or when?
All of it.
All of the above. So it's going to be out today or tomorrow, and it's three videos, three video training series, and it's going to talk about what foods are deceivingly unhealthy and what to eat. It's going to give you a free ab-body workout that Lauren and I designed together for maximum tone and liftage. And the third one is going to be all about motivation and maintenance. This is so important. We get the question about motivation maintenance all the time, so we go way in depth with that, and it's going to be ridiculously powerful, good stuff, things that we've just learned together and compiled. And it's what we do ourselves. So we decided to share it with you guys too.
So a lot of announcements about that. We will be sharing that with you very soon.
Oh, and it's going to be on our website, ThePHATTGirlFitness.com.
Yes.
Spelled the same way, PHATT.
Yeah, we're so excited.
Yeah, so
And
check out the website now. There's not a ton of stuff on it, but tonight or tomorrow we'll give you a promotion on the private Facebook page and the regular Facebook page to let you know when it's up and ready to go.
Okay. And the other thing I was going to say is, like, since we always get so many questions about motivation, I think we should just make a few comments about it.
Yeah, let's do that. That feels good. That feels like it would be helpful.
So motivation, I feel like it's always presented as this like ride or die thing. It's black or white. Nothing in life is black or white. That's kind of, it creates a lot of pathology. And so get out of that black or white mode. Like, I'm either here. It's about, I think at the end of the day, motivation and staying motivated is a form of self-care. It's a form of self-love, and it's a way to say, like, okay, I'm shifting out of this because I care about myself enough to. Not because if I don't, I'll be a failure. Because that's not loving to do anyway to yourself. So always coming to a place where I love myself enough to eat eggs instead of a donut for breakfast. I love myself enough to, stop eating and because it's 8 o'clock and I'm going to take a bath and take care of myself that way, and I don't need to, I'm going to, ask for a hug or, have sex, whatever. Like, I love myself enough to do things that really serve me. I think is the best way to stay motivated and reframe motivation. It's not a restrictive thing, it's a form of life.
Yeah. I always think of lack of motivation as a empty cup deficiency. So you're not taking care of yourself, if your cup is not full, if your cup is empty because of stress, negative thoughts, negative people in your life, all these different things. If you're not taking care of you, the things that Lauren mentioned, like you're not taking time for yourself, you're not meditating or whatever practice you have of just being quiet and just listening to yourself, or listening to nothing and just tuning out. If you're not doing that stuff regularly, you're going to feel empty and you're going to feel undriven and you're going to not be that motivated to work out. Like, it's just how it works. Like, if you don't have enough energy to love yourself up, no, like, a stressful workout is going to feel like more stress. The last thing you want is more stress, right? You want more ease. And you're already at ease. Yeah, it slows.
Everything can come in. Another thing we always drive home, basically, every time we talk, is an accountability buddy or someone that really has your best interest in mind and wants the best for you. And just talking, we started Fat Girl Fitness just getting together every week and going over our goals in health, wealth, and relationships. And then, developed it from there. But it was just about, keeping each other accountable, like friends keeping each other accountable and checking in all the time. So that's another major one, too.
Yeah, having each other's best interests in hand too is important. Like, if you don't have anybody you feel like you can really link up with, I would suggest being more active on the Facebook community on our page,
Yeah.
in a private group, because these are places where you're going to find people like you, like us, you know, really in that mindset of wanting to better ourselves instead of wanting to put other people down.
Right.
Whatever. Like, ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got
Ain't
time
nobody
for it.
got time for that.
And by the way, okay, let's go power planning because, okay, I'm not good with technology. I just noticed there's a button reverser, so I'm going to show you guys again with I'm more professional. And follow them on Instagram. It's Power Plant LA. You can see all the beautiful. Okay, boom, here we go. Look how good this looks. It's all super high quality stuff.
I'm going to taste test this for you guys. Oops, am I
Yes.
blocking
At PHATTGirlFitness, we eat. Yeah. It's like,
Oh my god, you're going to love it.
really? I'm so excited.
It's really good.
Okay, and then this is their. Yeah, I'll see this. Those are the juices I was talking about. You can even drink out of a coconut. Yay! Yay! Look at these desserts, guys. All gluten-free, made with like the best ingredients. There's the owner again, Cynthia. Oh, and they have like really cute artwork too.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it's really awesome. All right, guys. We love you guys. Thanks for watching.
And make sure you share this with your friends and sign up for our free private group, That Girl Fitness Family with a PH. We'd love to have you.
Bye.
See ya.